This is Risha Walden with Walden Interiors. Thanks so much for joining me today. I am giving tips for shared spaces. Now, what does that mean? I'm talking about spaces which you are sharing with someone else. So with August and September coming back and schools going back into session, we have a lot of college students who are going into spaces where they are sharing the space. They're sharing their bedroom, they're sharing their living room. And so now they have to compromise to create a room that helps them feel good about themselves. And how do you do that? This can be tough because you may not be knowing your roommate, or perhaps you don't have the same aesthetic as your roommate. You have different ideas about what you want in your room. And I want to help you try to get the best outcome for your space in your room. And I'm going to give you some tips on how to do that. So what you want to look at are the three biggest areas that you can make an impact. And one of the biggest areas is what you put on your bed. The other one is what you put on the floor. And the third is what you can put on the walls. Now, you're probably not painting and you're not adding crown molding or anything interesting detail-wise that way on the walls. But there are tons of great options for creating a wall that expresses who you are. There are lots of hooks and double stick tape hooks that can be applied to walls without damaging them. And that's kind of key, because you don't want to have to repair something when you're done in your space. This is not usually it's not a long-term prospect. So eventually you're going to be moving out. So using those tools such as double stick tape, the hooks that will not make any mark on the wall, any holes in the wall, which I believe you can't do anyways, but still allows you to be your creative self. So let's look at the floor. The floor is usually a big expanse, and what you want to do to create the biggest impact there is get the biggest kind of carpet area rug that you can afford, you can find, that will fit your space, so it doesn't bleed into your neighbor's space, but really designates the area in which the space is yours. And this can have a huge impact, and it can hide perhaps not very appealing floor surface, and it can create a nice warmth in your room, and it can add color, or it can add no color. It can be very neutral. Depends on your aesthetic. But go for the biggest carpet possible. That would be my number one. Number two, the bed. Again, here is a big space. So use big impact piece. Add the color with a beautiful bedspread in the color that you want, a duvet cover, a quilt, and put those pillows and bolsters on the bed to bring punches of color. Or if you like a very neutral color, go with the neutral. But use this bed surface as a place to express yourself. Finally, the walls. What can you do with the wall? Well, with the double stick tape, what I suggest is creating a whole collage of art, photos, clippings, whatever. Instead of framing them, put them on, use the double stick tape and put them very close together, almost touching. Well, or touching is great. So what you're doing is you're covering the wall and building it out, a huge art installation, so to speak. So that could be your inspiration of places you like to be, photographs of family and friends, art pieces, posters of your favorite band, and build it out. Start with the largest piece that you have, and then add in the next larger pieces and fill it in with the smaller pieces. Smaller pieces are so much easier to fit in. So don't start with your small piece, start with the largest piece. And then you can cover that area in your shared space to give the biggest impact, so that you can live in a space that you love, that you want to be in, that you feel comfortable when you come back. It feels like it's about you. So that's my tips for today. Shared spaces. I hope that they're helpful. I've got lots more. Check out my Facebook, Instagram. There's links below. I'd love to hear your comments. If you have any questions, reach out to me. I love helping people create beautiful space where they feel themselves, that feeds their soul, rejuvenates them. Being in a space that reflects who you are and the kind of life you want to live is important to create the abundant life that you deserve to have. So this is Risha Walden with Walden Interiors. I look forward to sharing more of my tips for interior design.